this was a plot to make sure that our village never got electricity. Because villagers thought that we were giving them something inferior to electricity. Right? Next time we were building this unit, so the villagers came to see. And I thought, now finally they are interested. They said, no, we are not interested. You and this guy is going to steal the money because the dome is going to collapse and you are going to run away with the money. So finally it was working and the 10 families had it. The house was clean, the women didn't have to go and collect firewood, so everybody was happy. And then what they said? They said only people close to the ruling party got it. So this is also something that you have to understand, is that this is not a business where you are constantly trying to keep people happy. Okay, change doesn't make anybody happy. But the point is, we needed money to now replicate these things. Okay? But look at it. You can teach the families how to make it. You can use school children to teach them how to do it. You can train college students to start an enterprise on how to do it. But there is need for money. So where did we get the money to do this? I went to Parliament and I convinced the Parliament to make a small change in the National Parks Act of Nepal. And the Act says today that 50% of the revenue that is generated by the national park will go to the communities living next to the national park. So we get the people around the national park the shareholders of the national park. And with this money we started building this. And today, believe me, we have built more than 200,000 units. So I would challenge you, to go to any community or household around a protected area, that doesn't have a methane gas plant. And we have gone from 11% of Nepal being protected area to 19%. Because everybody wanted to become part of this shareholding scheme. Okay? Just go to the picture before this. Yeah. Now look at this. Because of this high level of protection, and because we have the big three meaning the rhino, the elephant, and the tiger, so a lot of people come to Nepal to see this wildlife. Okay? So last week I was just explaining to John, if you look at this picture, one elephant carries 3 tourists usually. Okay? On this particular day, just one community, they had taken 43 elephants. They own 43 elephants, this community. So the 43 elephants had done 4 trips that day. So just do your math. 43 into 4 into 3 tourists each, and each tourist had paid 1,500 rupees, $20 for the ride. Can you imagine a small community outside a protected area, because they don't have to collect firewood, because they don't have to fight the government, because they don't have to fight the army, today have started an elephant safari enterprise, and they make $10,000 per day as income. And for what? For taking these tourists to show them and take a picture of a rhino or a tiger. And as a country, we've gone from 11% to 19% of our land area being protected. Okay? So the point is, you can take an urban context, you can take a technology, but you can also take the whole system. Because it is very important to understand that it is a system. So just going back to this discussion, candle to bulb, very difficult invention, an idea. From a non-fusing bulb to a fusing bulb, real entrepreneurship. Because that probably was the biggest challenge. And then to actually design a system whereby energy generated somewhere else, and you just turn on the switch and the light comes on. Amazing system. But without that system, the bulb is useless. Okay? So you need all these components to all come together so that you can actually have a system change or the change that we see. Okay? So I think I want to stop here, and you can help me sometimes to guide this conversation, because I don't know where to take this conversation, but maybe we can just start by questions and answers. And ask me anything, but I'll be the happiest person to say I don't know, but I'll find out. Questions, comment. So what bogs your mind or confuses you? Or yeah, please.
How do you get started discovering what you're interested in?
Where do I get started? one I think is, to have the skill sets. So, I had done my engineering in India, I went to school in India to study engineering, and then I went to UPenn to study energy planning. And so I came back to Nepal, and my job was to work in the rural area to install technology, energy technology. Okay? But what I saw in the village is what got me started. Okay? So as an engineer, as somebody qualified to look at technology, the technology was the easy part. Okay? So you rail wire, black wire, that's the easy part. But what was really difficult was to get the community to own it, to maintain it, but even more important, to pay for it. And so there were enough bad development everywhere to make you start saying this is not the way to do it. Okay? So the hardware is the easy part for me, but the software was extremely difficult. Okay? So the point again is, let's go to the back, initial picture. I just want to show you, in school, so, it was extremely frustrating, working in schools. So the point here I want to show you is that you're extremely frustrated working in Nepal, in these remote villages, because the technology was the easy part, but then there was nobody to hand over to, nobody to organize it, and nobody to pay for it. So basically you were in a situation where yes, you have the money, you have the project, you would go in, you would install it, it would work for a few days and then it would stop. Right? So the question was, how can we design a system whereby it is paid for itself, it is owned by the community, and then you can actually do something more, after that. So the question was, when I tried to get the adults, in the villages to work, it was extremely difficult. Can you imagine 25 years ago, I would be in a village trying to install a small hydro project. And during the day, the people would say yes, 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 yes. And at night, like all hill people, once they have a little drink, so they get a little more aggressive, right? So they came to the place where I was staying and they said, if you remove, if you take energy out of the water, will our rice grow? It's extremely frustrating, right? So you have all these fancy degrees and this fancy knowledge, and here you are trying to deal with people who don't understand that if you take energy out of the water, the rice will still grow. So the idea